Well, good afternoon. It is Friday. In fact, it is Friday, the 20th of August. And it is now time for Focus on It Friday. Come on in, bring your friends, come on in. It is Focus on It Friday with Dr. Brandy B. And of course, I am Dr. Brandy B. I am so excited to be here with you all today, like I am every other Friday. I missed y'all last week. Did y'all miss me too? Oh my goodness. Come on in, everybody. Come on in. Let me know that you are here. It is time for Focus on It Friday, which is our weekly 12 noon Central Standard Time live stream. And I am so glad that y'all are here. We have one person with us today. Come on in and let me know who you are. I'm so glad that you are here with me. And I am so grateful that you are here with me. I am Dr. Brandy B. Hello, Miss Vicky Bowling. Hello, how are you? Hope that you are well today on this fine Friday afternoon. You know, it's looking like it's going to rain, then the sun comes out. I'm not really sure what's going on, but we are still here for Focus on It Friday. I am so glad that you all are here. Look, I've been getting so many requests about so many different things to talk about, and oh my goodness, I've just got to take some time and get myself together. It's so much to talk about as we go back to schools, as we go back to work, as we go back to play, as we go back to church, as we go back to being with our families. Oh my goodness, so much is going on, and I have to figure out a way to talk about all of it here at Focus on It Friday. Oh my very goodness, oh my goodness. Come on in. We have Miss Enrica Steen. Thank you so much, Miss Steen, for joining us here at Focus on It Friday. I am Dr. Brandy B, and I am so glad that you are here with me. Today, guys, I'm in the car, ran some errands with my husband. Lord have mercy, this man has had me out all morning running errands. But you know, every once in a while I told my mom, I said, this man has had me doing absolutely nothing all day. But sometimes it's nice to do nothing, because I am so busy doing something all the time that every once in a while it's nice to do nothing. We have 6 people here. Let me know who you are. I can't see you over here on my phone. So just let me know. Just say hello so that I know that you're here. But we're going to go ahead and get started. I am Dr. Brandy B, triple board certified child and adolescent psychiatrist. And through my Facebook live streams, my webinars, my book, Shine, Understanding ADHD So Your Child Can Be a Star, and other speaking engagements, I help worried moms, dads, preachers, teachers, and all who love children get all the education that they need so that their child can be successful in the classroom and in life. We have Dr. Jackie Perry with us. Hello, Dr. Jackie Perry. So good to see you just the other day. I hope that your little sweet one is enjoying school as much as my little sweet one is. We also have Janice Denise Williams watching, Nia Nicole watching. Thank you all so much for joining. Today, guys, we're going to be very brief. Out with the husband today. He stepped in somewhere. We've got Coach Shanika Bird. Hello, Coach Bird. We've got my pastor, Reverend Jesse Young. Thank you all for watching. Coach Bird, I'm Coach Bird, y'all. Listen, y'all need a good coach. You need a life coach. You need a pastor that's a coach. You need a friend that's a coach. Get you somebody who will say to you, look, don't give up. You can do it. Hang in there. That is what it is all about. You need a good teacher, and we're going to talk about some teachers today. And I see we've got my Auntie Julia Bell Elmore. Thank you for watching. We've got Tawanda Brown. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all so much for watching. All right, let's go ahead and get started. We're talking about the 3 checks that you need in order to ensure a good start to the school year. School has just about started for most people that I can see on my timelines on Facebook. You know how you feel like you know these kids, like, oh my goodness, look at Johnny. Johnny's so big this year. I can't believe Johnny's in 8th grade. You've never met Johnny a day in your life, but you've been following his mama for the last 9 years on Facebook. So you feel like you know him. And now Johnny is in the 8th grade, he's in the 9th grade, and it's such an important time. But this is the time, guys, where we need to set the tone for these children to have an amazing school year. It does not start in December. It starts right now at the very beginning of the school year. If you want your child to have a successful school year, you got to start now doing things that set them up for success in the classroom and in life, as Dr. Brandy B always says. Auntie Julia's waving at me. Auntie Rosa says, hello, my sweet niece. Hello, my beautiful auntie. My sister Erica's here. She says, hello, my beautiful sis. We've got, my auntie Wanda says, hello. And we've got Miss Paquita Pooh. She says, hello as well. So these are three checks that you have to do. The first thing that you need to do is to check in with your student, your child, your grandchild, whatever. Check in with the child that lives with you. Every day, you need to have a time that's set aside where you're just talking to them. Now, my mama, when I was growing up, when she would pick me up, there was no music on. There was no, we didn't have DVDs in the car. I'm not that old, hey. But there were no DVDs in the car. Heck, I don't even know if there was a DVD. There was just a VHS, okay? But in the car, that was the time that my mom checked in with me. Like, you need to check in with your student, your child. Because that is the time that you find out things like bullying. That's the time that you find out, how was your day? And I want you all to just not say, how was your day? I want you to say something specific, like, what did you learn in math? What did you learn in science? Was your teacher very nice today? Did she seem rested? Because sometimes teachers are tired. I know I get tired. So the teachers have got to be tired, right? So ask them very specific questions. You may start off with a broad question like, how was your day? But if you find that you're getting every day, it was all right, something ain't right. Because every day cannot be all right. And maybe it is all right, but you need to know what made today particularly all right. No child is too young or too old to have the conversation about how was your day. A simple question like, was anybody mean to you today? Or was everyone nice to you today? Will give you a whole lot of response. For your middle school students, you may want to ask, was anybody fighting today? I heard about a fight that happened at my niece's school yesterday. I'm like, oh my goodness, we're just a few days in and already people are fighting. On the first or second day of school at a local high school here, there was a stabbing. You need to know, did your child know that student or those students? Were they in any way even remotely or distantly involved? Because what does that mean? If somebody gets stabbed at my school, I might be bothered by that. I might need to talk to somebody who knows more about how to talk to children who've witnessed a stabbing at school than I do, right? But the only way that you're going to know that, now in that instance it made the news, but some other instances it doesn't. And so you need to know what's going on and around with your child at their school and everything. So you need to be the one to talk with your child. Check in with them. I cannot tell you how many times I'm asking kids a question and the parents will say, well, you never told me that. And the first thing I say was, when was the last time you asked? Kids will tell you almost anything, but oftentimes they need to be asked. Or the line of communication needs to already be there and they need to know that they can tell you things. How does a child know that they can tell you things if they've never been able to tell you before? So make sure that you're checking in with your child. Just make it a part of your everyday conversation. It doesn't have to be a, hey, we're going to sit down and talk. It just needs to be when they get in the car and they're ripping off their masks and they're throwing their book bags around, you need to say, how was your day? Who was really nice to you? Were you nice to anyone? These are the questions. And if you need questions, just Google questions to ask your child after school. There's a whole list of them. People have done this because people know that we have trouble with this. 8-track tape or cassette. Now, sis, I ain't as old as you, Erica, honey. We ain't had no 8-track and all of that. Don't you be trying to date me, girl, and make me that old. We did have a CD. My mama had her favorite CDs, but she would cut that off. Otherwise, it was CD, AM, FM. None of this satellite and all of that, okay? But it was all off until I got into high school, and I didn't know why. And do you know my mama had the audacity to tell me one day when I got to be an adult, I didn't really care about all of that stuff you were telling me. But I just wanted to make sure that the lines of communication were there. And then while it hurt my feelings that she didn't really want to know about who stole a piece of paper from me, because it hurt my feelings as an adult to know that my mama didn't care. But what was more important is that right now I can talk to my mom about anything. And it started right there in the car when she would pick me up from school. All right. Now, that's the first check. Check in with your child. The second check is to check your child's homework. Check for your child's homework. Check for homework. Now, I don't know about your children's school, but oh my goodness. My kindergartner didn't have any homework until this week. That was what she promised us in the letter that she sent home. Kindergartners will have homework the third week. Third week came, boom, homework. Okay, one sheet, we can do that. The first grader, Oh my goodness, good thing I checked the first day, because I'm not sure about the first day. I don't want to tell a story on that teacher, but by the second day for sure we had homework, and she eased us in. We had a sheet the first day, but by that second week, y'all, we had about 5 sheets of homework. Now, if I was never checking his bag, I wouldn't know that, because he didn't get in the car saying, Mom, I got 5 sheets of homework. He got in the car telling me about his snack. He wants to know, is there a snack available for him to eat on the way home, okay? So it's up to you, parents, especially in these younger children, to know what's going on with homework. You may have to help them. That's a large responsibility to say, go sit down and do your homework. Heck, I need somebody to help me sometimes. So make sure that you know what's going on with their homework. Make sure that you help them with their homework. And of course, make sure you check their homework. Hello, Mama. Speaking of my mama, I see she's just coming on. My sister-in-law, Angela. Hello, girl. Thank you for joining. My first grader told my mama, Grandmama, if I get an F on my homework, I'm going to tell my teacher that you checked it. So make sure that you're checking it. And that's another thing. If you know that your child is above the grade level of your understanding, don't try to check that baby's homework. Call somebody that you know knows how to do it, right? If that baby needs a tutor, get that baby a tutor. And I want y'all to just think about something real quick right here on homework, tutors, and the like. Do you know that America is one of the few countries where we get a tutor when we're behind? Other countries where people are advancing, where we think about people that are scholars and have high scholastic achievement, these people have tutors at baseline, because it's not something to catch you up, it's something to keep you ahead. I want y'all to think about that and let that soak in. I also want to take this time to mention this right here. A girlfriend of mine called me yesterday frantically. Call me ASAP is what she sent me a text saying. So I'm thinking of all the worst things of life, okay? When we got to talking, though, it was not that big of a deal. But it was a big deal at the moment. But we kind of talked through it and we realized that it was okay. We were going to be able to work through the situation when the child got home. But when I talked to this friend of mine last night to follow up, she said, you know, everybody's in therapy. And I said, girl, yes. Did you not know that all the cool people are doing therapy? So remember that. All the cool people are doing therapy. All the cool students have a tutor. And it is okay. It's okay, y'all. It is okay. I promise you. It is okay. Let's see what some of the people are saying. Let's see. Look, Paquita Poole says, we must have that snack. That's the first question when my kindergartner gets in the car. Absolutely, girl. Are they starving these babies in school or what? Because they don't want to answer anything about who was nice, what they did. They don't want to know anything except about a snack. That is so true. Thank you for sharing. My sister-in-law, Angela Bola, says, hello, sis, and that is so true. Absolutely, girl. Absolutely. Thank you for joining. Sis Keena says, makes sense. That's right. It makes sense. Let's see, we've got Miss Kiara Seals is watching, and we appreciate you for joining us. And Miss Erica Harris, she says, when I didn't understand his homework, that's my nephew who is now a high school graduate. When I didn't understand his homework, I would meet with the teacher and Cam to help me understand so I can better help him. Absolutely. You cannot help somebody with something you don't understand. That's rule number 1. But you've got to be honest with yourself about the fact that, I don't know, if the highest you win is 8th grade and your student is in 10th, you might not know what they're doing, and that's okay. Now, maybe you are. Some circumstances made you leave school in 8th grade, but you really were a scholar. Then that's fine. Go ahead and help them if you understand it. But I'm just concerned, y'all, because I look at some of this stuff these students are doing by the end of kindergarten, and I'm like, Lord, thank God I went to school when I did, because otherwise I might end up trying to figure out kindergarten and struggling a little bit. They expect you to come in knowing more, and they expect more from you, it seems. I mean, the truth of the matter is that our children are exposed. We talk to them more. We engage with them more. And hopefully we are engaging with them more and not just their phones and tablets, because we know that they get a lot of things from the tablet, educationally and academically, but nothing replaces a parent engaging in conversation with your child, engaging in play that they lead with your child. You got to let them play and do things on their own. Erica, my sis, says they eat lunch early and very early, and that is true. Lunch comes at about sometimes 10:30 in the morning. So if you think about that, that's a mid-morning snack. By 1 o'clock, I want to eat again. So if they've got to go to 3, they're starving when they see you. So they really don't want to answer any questions. All right, y'all. So we're talking about 3 checks that you need to do to ensure a good school year. Hello, Rachel Hall. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Dr. Brandy B, and we're talking about 3 checks that you need to do right now. Don't wait until September. Start these right now to ensure that your child has a good year. The first one is that you want to check in with your student. Check in with your student. Find out, how was your day? Go generic. If they just start, if you've got a talker, oh my goodness, all you need to do is, how was your day? If you don't have a talker, you may have to say more specific closed-end questions is what we call those, where you say, what did you talk about in science? What did you talk about in math? Did your teacher take up your homework? Those sort of things, okay? Did you fall asleep? Because some of y'all don't get these kids in bed until 11:30. Now you got a child who's half asleep. This is problematic. We need to know about that, okay? That's the first check. Check in with your child. Your second check is to check for homework. Check for homework. Paula, thank you for joining. She says, thank you. I needed this, Sora. Yes, girl. Y'all don't realize that when I'm talking to y'all, I am reminding myself. I am reminding myself that this is what the good parents are doing. The good parents are doing this every day. The good parents are doing this every day. Let's see. We've got a Miss or Mr. I'm sorry. We got Nandacola. Gayar 3, Nandacola. Hope I said that correct. Thank you for joining. I'm Dr. Brandy B, and we appreciate having you over here at Focus on a Friday. So the things you ought to check for, you're going to check in with your child. You're going to check for homework. And the third thing you're going to do is check in with the child's teacher. Now, you may not have heard from the teacher just yet because we're only 1 day for some places, 2 days for some places, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever. But I need you to have some way to check in with that child's teacher. Now, if things have been way out of control, they would have called you like, Miss Bowling, what's going on? Okay, but maybe they haven't called because they're trying to just figure things out. Let me tell you, a lot of parents will say to me, well, I don't want to start anything. I just want to see if the teacher's going to notice. Don't play Russian roulette with your child's education. Don't play Russian roulette with your child's anything, okay? If you know there is a problem, tackle that thing head on. We're now 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks into school. Times are wasting. We need you to be on top of things. Now, I don't want you to hound the teacher, right? But I do want you to check in. We made sure our kids' teachers knew we're old school. We don't play that, right? I need to be working. My husband needs to be working. The grandparents need to be working. The aunties need to be working. If that child is at school such that somebody has to stop working to come see about them, I'm mad. I'm mad, right? Not at the teacher for calling me, but I'm upset with my child because that's not what we're supposed to be doing. But I want to caution you this way. If you know that your child has a learning problem, an ADHD problem, a social problem, don't get mad at them because you didn't want to treat it. You get mad at yourself when you have to leave work. Somebody got some toes that they just moved up off the floor. I saw them. That is for you. Move those toes up out the way because I'm stepping on them, right? Because it is our responsibility as parents to set them up for what success in the classroom and in life. And if we know that success for our child is going to look like giving them some help, then withholding that help from them is not a good thing to do, right? So check in with the child's teacher. One of my children, the first grader, his teacher sends, she must be left-handed because her check marks go like that instead of like that. And they're cute. I like that. Because I'm like, ooh, look at that. But he gets a check mark yesterday so every day, Monday through Friday on the calendar, he has a green check. But you know what? I didn't do a good job asking him and checking in with him. I just assumed that green check meant, whatever. It wasn't an X or a frowny face. But yesterday he said to me, I didn't get a yellow check mark. And I said, oh, some people get yellow. See, I didn't even know. But this is what I found out when I checked in with him, that via his check-in system with his teacher, we get these green checks, and that means good behavior. Okay, so I just assumed that green was good because he's getting them every day and nobody has reached out to me. That would have been problematic. Okay, maybe Dojo is what your child's teacher used. Maybe your teacher's sends them a note. We hope it's not stapled to their clothes or their forehead because we've heard of things like that. And then sometimes the teacher will send a note through the child. You need to be listening though, because the kindergartner told me, Mama, Miss So-and-so said, don't send me that many snacks. We don't have time to eat all of them. And I said, well, it looks like Miss So-and-so just gathered Mama up, and Mama won't be sending all those snacks because she had sent a message through the child that was too many snacks. She had already written it down for us, and I read that. But I didn't want my child to be the child there hungry, needing snacks. So guess what? Mama sent too many, and the teacher sent word through the child that I sent too many. Isn't that cute? I just love it. Okay, so this is what you need to do, y'all. 3 checks. We've got Rachel Hall, Miss Rachel Hall, I think I already spoke. Miss Vanessa Wilson, thank you so much for joining. So we've got 3 checks to ensure a good school year. Check in with your child. Ask very specific questions, closed-ended questions, very specific, to find out how the day is going. Number 2, check for homework. Parents of these lower grade students, it is your responsibility to know if your kid has homework, to help them with it, and then to teach them, right? To teach them how to do it and get it back in the bag. But that is what we're there for. We didn't we didn't come out walking. Somebody guided us to learn how to walk and then run, okay? And then the third thing is to check in with your child's teacher. That may be a quick note, that may be a dojo, that may be making sure you look at the behavioral chart, or even listening to the child. Did the teacher send me a message today? Because you may find out that you got in trouble, right? And not the child. All right, so I hope that you all have joined this very short discussion today, enjoyed it. I know that I have, but I always do. I love hanging out with you all. Guys, I've got an event coming up in September. It's going to be called Educate Before You Medicate. Because I know some of y'all are like, what the heck is ADHD? We don't know. But I'm going to tell you. It is a paid event. But before that, I am finally getting ready to do my 7-day challenge. I'm so excited. And I think I'm going to do it in the next 2 weeks. So, see, that's why I say you got to have a coach. My coach said, what is going on with the challenge and with the event? So we got to make it happen. But in the meantime, I have my book. My book is Shine, Understanding ADHD so that your child can be a star. And you should definitely get a copy of that. Or, you can listen to all these videos. I would love for you to do that and share them. Please share the videos if you find that they are helpful to you. They may be helpful to one of your friends as well. As usual, I love y'all. I really, really, really do. And I'm so grateful for you all for hanging in here with me for more than a year. You all are the best part of Dr. Brandy B. Because if there was no one to listen to these videos, I'd just be talking to myself, honey. And I don't like talking to myself. So I appreciate you all for being here. If you need me, just give me make a response, comment in on this thread. You can inbox me. Please, 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 I beg you, if you are a patient of mine, do not send me any patient information in the into the messenger. That is not what it is there for. Everywhere I go, there is a nurse that works with me, and they are fabulous nurses indeed. So make sure that you reach out to them so that they can help you and they can stay on me to make sure that I get done what I need to do. Because like today, Dr. Brandy B, Dr. Rudolph Bolin, Dr. Bolin, Dr. Brandy, all of those people are off. Y'all are actually, Dr. Brandy B stepped in just for this moment, but it's Brandy on Fridays. So if you're sending me messages expecting Dr. Brandy to answer, she's not. And if it's something urgent, you really need to have that handled in the office. I hope y'all understand that. I love you. My sis Erica says great job, and as always, we love you. I love you all too so very much. Thank y'all for watching. I'm gonna get out of here, but y'all enjoy your weekend. Y'all please go get vaccinated, okay? I know I've never just come on out and said that, but I do want you to go and get vaccinated. This thing is serious out here, and I don't care what your political stance is, what your race is, what side of town you live on, how much money you have in the bank. People are dying, and it is completely 100% not necessary, right? So go get vaccinated so you don't die. The vaccine did not promise us that we wouldn't get infected. It promised us that we wouldn't die, and that is what is happening. So please, please, please go do that. If you don't want to live for yourself, but maybe you have a child, a grandchild, or somebody else who is going to miss you if you die all too soon in these tough times, Go ahead and get vaccinated. Wear your mask. Here's mine, okay? Wear your mask, and remember, this is your private face. My mask, my nose is only exposed because I'm in the car by myself right now. I love y'all. I'll see y'all next week, and if you need me, let me know. I am Dr. Brandy B, your triple board certified child and adolescent psychiatrist. And through my Facebook live streams, my upcoming 7-day challenge, which is free, you can email me at drbrandy@drbrandyb and just write free challenge. I want to participate. I've not forgotten about the people that have already let me know. That will be coming up soon. But through my upcoming challenge, my book, and also the event that I have coming up, I think it's September 25th, I help worried moms, dads, and anybody else who cares about children get the education that they need so that they can be successful in the classroom and in life. Follow me every Friday at 12 noon Central Standard Time at Dr. Brandy B. That's DRBRANDIB. And until next time, I will talk to you all later. My sister-in-law, Angela, says, yes, people, please get vaccinated. Don't forget your boosters are coming up, too. That's a whole nother situation. If you don't have the first one, please get that. If you're eligible for the booster, get that, too. I'll be getting my booster, and I'll let y'all know all about it. My mama has gotten hers. Hey, we are getting vaccinated because we want to live. I want to see y'all next week, and let's live to be able to ensure that we can do that. Y'all be safe. See ya. Bye.